Adobe's just made some significant upgrades to Generative Fill inside of Photoshop. These are some of the features we've really been asking for. Let's check it out right now. So you'll be happy to know that right now inside of Photoshop, some of the most requested features you've been asking for have been added to Generative Fill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate this room in order to show you all these new features. And by the way, right now it's just in Photoshop beta. I'll add a link where you can see how to download that if you don't already have it. So the first thing you want to do is just select the entire image. There's Control A or Command A on the Mac. So this is a room that I'm going to use as a new office, and I want to put some furniture in it. So I actually found some specific furniture, and we'll look at that in a moment. Now you could take a photograph of any room in your house or an office you're thinking of renting, and you can pre-visualize what it's going to look like. So we're going to go up under Generative Fill. Now when we click, you'll notice something different. Yes, we've got the picker here, and notice that the Adobe picker and the partner pickers are separated. And right now we're going to be using Gemini 3, which is Nano Banana Pro. Now another thing that you're really going to be excited about, much more than the redesigned picker, is if you click here, yes, it shows us our generative credit balance, shows us how many we have, how many we've used, and when it's going to reset. And also if you click on features, this shows you how many generative credits each of these are going to use based on the type of account that I have. I have Creative Cloud Pro. Now I'm going to show you something else is really exciting. So we can add a reference image, but look at this. Because I'm using Nano Banana Pro, I'm able to add up to 8 reference images. Now this will vary depending on what model you're using. But what I want to do is I want to get specific furniture that I want to use to redecorate this office. So what I did is I actually went on Wayfair, and of course go wherever you want, but I was able to find a desk and some different furniture that actually exists in the real world, and I dragged those photos to my desktop. Now I will add links to those specific items if you want to, check out the same items. Now we're going to choose here on the reference images, and I'm going to add images. So let's have a look at what I chose here. I like this desk. I'm kind of curious what that's going to look like. I chose a chair, a nice shelf, and a rug. Now I don't even have the whole rug here. Hopefully this is going to work, but I'm pretty sure it is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to select these items. So these are not just fictitious items. These are actual items that exist. Of course, another way you could do it is photograph your own furniture and see what it looks like for a redecoration without breaking your back. We're going to choose Open, and we'll see that it's showing us here, yep, these 4 images are now loaded. Remember, I can load up to 8. All right, so what we want to do, I want to redecorate this room, and I want to do it as a YouTube studio. I want to decorate it as a YouTube studio. That last part might be redundant. It's going to use these reference images anyway. And right now I want to show you another new feature that I'm thrilled about. If I hit the Shift key and I hit Enter, yes, this expands, and now we have multiple lines for writing our prompts. I am very happy about that. All right, so let's generate. All right. And if you look at that, it's using that room. Now, we can see this has really set it up. We've got a ring light. We've got all kinds of equipment, sound baffles, everything have been added. But let's look at the equipment we were using. There's the chair. There's the desk. There's the rug. And there's the shelf. Okay, and then I ran it again. This time it gave me the full room without punching in. Of course, you can specify that in the prompt. Now, what if we wanted to get rid of all this lighting equipment? We could do that. But we did ask for a YouTube studio. But let's select the entire image. And then we're just going to choose Generative Fill, and we're going to ask it to remove the lighting equipment. All right, and look at that. Not only is it removing the lighting equipment, it's also removing the light casting. So now we just get the light coming from the window. Oh, and in case you're not sure about this furniture shows us a shopping tag underneath on YouTube, so you'll see it there. But let's go ahead and let's do a little bit more work here. So what if we want to let's put some blinds over the windows. If we wanted, we could choose specific reference images for the types of blinds we're going to use, but we'll just let it go ahead and do its own. Okay, so we're going to put blinds over the windows, and we're going to add colored LED lighting in a YouTube Studio style, mainly blue LEDs. Let me just spell LEDs properly. And let's see how this goes. And there we go. Now we've created our YouTube Studio lighting. And this is a great way to pre-visualize a room that you want to set up. Now, of course, you could put specific items on the shelves. You can make LEDs. You could do whatever you wanted. In fact, why don't we make a neon sign just for fun? And here I have it in the library. I'm just going to drag this out. And I'm going to position it over this area. Now let's select this entire area and see if we can turn this into a neon. Choose Generative Fill. We're going to go to Adobe. And let's try this new Image 5 preview. All right, we're going to change this into a glowing neon sign. All right. All right, so we were able to take this empty room and fully furnish it into this new YouTube Studio with real-world furniture and real items that actually exist. So this is a great way to explore some of the new generative fill features, which are in Photoshop Beta right now. Check them out. So thanks for checking out this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments underneath. And as always, the written steps are going to be up on the website at photoshopCAFE. Another recent new feature is Rotate Object, where we can take a photo, convert it to a 3D object, rotate it, spin it, and then turn it back into a photo. If you want to see how to use it, check out the tutorial right here. And if you're new, welcome to the cafe. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and you won't miss any of my tutorials. And until next time, I'll see you at the cafe.